This is an Attwood round plug-in base for a 2-pin light connector. And on today's episode of Dan Richard Fishing, I'm going to show you how to install a brand new one or replace one just like this. What's up everybody? Welcome back to the garage. We are working on the boat again today because I got a small problem. I want to show you something, an issue that I noticed last year that I want to change on the boat, and it'll come in really handy because if you want to install a light port on your boat, well, you'll be able to see how to do it right now. So let me show you on my boat what's going on. So as most boat owners know, that you legally have to be running lights on your boat anytime you're running at night. Basically, you need to have a white light on the back. That is the highest point of the boat. At least that's how it is in my area. And in the front, you need red and green lights. And you can read more about that online by checking out your local regulations, what colors you need and all that sort of thing. And it's a standard that it comes in a 2-pin round plug. And you can see this is sort of the base of what all of the lights look like. So this will connect into 2 prongs that are down in here. Now, in my case, this is actually a PowerStick that I use to power my camera here, and this actually plugs into these ports. So you can see there's a small screw right here that lines up with a slot inside, and then you just push down and that locks it in. And then there's a sleeve right here, and you can see that this sleeve is actually a pressure fit. So the way it works is you just basically push it in, and with the pressure it locks it in place. However, this is very inconsistent because as you can see, it's not really staying in at this particular point, and it easily pops out. In fact, it pops out so easily that one time I was running and I decided to check on it, and this had actually almost fallen out. I almost lost the entire rig. The other issue that you see here is that because this is an aluminum boat, there's a lot of flex in the aluminum here. So when I do this, you can see that the entire base is shaking. So obviously this is an excellent opportunity to show you guys exactly how these work, how to install them, and all that jazz. But of course, as always, guys, just one little thing that I ask for. As usual, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the like button if you appreciate this kind of video. Bell notification, blah, blah, blah. You guys know the drill by now. This is not your first time on YouTube. So this is the standard Attwood plug. It is the Light Armor series, and this is a standard 2-pin. So a lot of boats have this exact same plug. That's why when you buy these sticks, they all tend to have the exact same connection. But there is a difference. And this is the difference here. This is a threaded connector, not pressure fitted. So if we open this up and we look inside here, it's actually threaded. It's not pressure fitted. And you can probably see the 2 pins down in there if I get the light right. So this is actually a threaded connection, way more reliable than just the pressure fit. So I feel like with this screwed in, I can take in the large waves and I don't have to worry about it, the stick flying off or whatever. But there is a ton of movement that I want to take care of. So it's an added little complication. Now, for those of you that have a fiberglass boat, this isn't really a problem. You don't have to worry about the fiberglass flexing and everything. It's going to be super strong. On the aluminum boat, though, you could see how it was flexing. So I'm going to try and reinforce it. So what I'm going to reinforce it with? Thicker aluminum. I went and bought this giant 8-foot piece because I can't find just a 12-inch piece that I need. So I bought the whole thing, and I guess I'll have a 7-foot awesome straight edge for when I'm doing rentals at home, I guess. So now the first thing we need to do is get the old one out, which is held in with rivets. So we're going to carefully drill out the old rivets and get the old piece out. So let's get started. All right, so I'm going to use a 1/4-inch bit or a 15/64 inch bit, and we're just going to carefully drill out these rivets. If the rivets are old and loose, like this one is, you can see it's actually spinning. So we'll leave that one for after. We'll see if we can get any of these not to spin. All right, so they are all pretty much spinning. So we're gonna have to get in there and try and get these to not spin. So there's a couple ways we can do it. I can try and apply pressure here and see if we can get some pressure on the rivets to stop them from spinning around. So let's put the base in and see if that can't stop it from moving around all over the place. There you go, there's one. There's 2, and that's it. There we go. Perfect. So we're just going to be careful and pull out only what we need. We don't want to go too crazy. All right, so we're just going to bend this back, pull out the clip, and there we go. This will need to be connected to the new Attwood base. Let's quickly tidy this up. Then you can use a punch, or I just got a little Allen key, and I'm just going to push through the old rivets. Now, if this is a new installation, okay, this hole that you're going to drill here needs to be 1 1/8 inch in diameter, okay? So you need to cut a clean hole, and then there's a template that comes included that looks like this, okay? So it shows you your exact hole placement. Now, very important, if you're gonna do this on fiberglass, on a fiberglass boat, please do your research to protect your gel coat. I don't recommend you just go straight drilling into here with any bit until you do your research, because gel coat is very sensitive. You don't want it to start cracking during or after your installation. There are very specific procedures when working with gel coat. Like, I'm pretty sure you need to put tape to protect the area as you dig in, and I think you have to file down the edges so that you prevent any kind of spidering or cracking later on. But please do your research. I am not an expert on fiberglass. I've never owned a fiberglass boat, only aluminum. So please do your research before drilling into your gel coat. For those of you that have aluminum, you can go ahead and drill a hole in here if you didn't already have one like I do. So 1 inch and 1/8 plus your holes that are here. So once you've got this all drilled and ready to go as it is right now, you're gonna wanna decide how is this gonna connect together. Now, if you've got a brand new installation here and you don't have this convenient cable, I suggest using just spade connectors like these here, these spade connectors, super easy, super convenient. But because I already have this plug, I'm just gonna cut this off and I'm gonna attach it to the new outlet, and I'm gonna use my favorite little splicing, heat shrink wrap, solder, 3-in-1 thingamajiggies. Okay, wait, I shouldn't call these thingamajiggies, it ruins my credibility, so we'll just call these wire connectors. Of course, you can also go to an automotive store and you can buy these connectors if you prefer to have this set up. Anyway, get your wiring done. And of course, just a note, guys, in the world of boating, you'll often find a gray and black wiring like this. So gray is positive, black is negative. So to figure out on the old one, which one is positive, which one's negative, we'll just connect it back together. So it goes like so. So we know that this guy here is our positive, and there's actually letters on here, A, B, so we know that A is positive. Get a couple of our wire connectors. Now, if you guys have watched my videos, you've seen this before. These wire connectors have the glue, the solder, and the heat shrink all in one piece. And I've shown how strong these things are. They can hold like 50, 60 pounds of pressure when they're applied properly. So don't worry, these work great. You just gotta use enough heat to make sure that everything sets. Let's get these to a length that I like. Now, I'm not gonna go through step by step the wiring process because you guys have seen me do wiring a bunch of times. And if you have not, just go back and check out some of my other videos, and we go through kind of step by step the process for wiring and making sure your wiring's done well. Okay, cable is good to go. We're gonna let this cool off, but we are all set. So next up, we need to create the backing for this. So again, fiberglass boats, not necessary. For the aluminum boat, I highly recommend you put a backing on here to help support this whole area. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna cut a 4-inch by 12-inch piece that's just gonna sit in here and help support this whole area. So right around here, the boat actually starts angling downward. So we want to put this on the flat part here. So it starts about there. So we're going to cut our hole right around here. And we're going to want the support piece to go to about here. So the plan here is to put this underneath so it distributes the strength throughout this entire section here instead of just right there, because it flexes so much. I'm actually worried it's going to break, whereas this will just help strengthen this entire section. So basically, instead of just this bending, all of this would have to move to get this going. So I think it'll just be a lot more stable. All right, I didn't feel like dragging out the power tools, so I'm going to just go at it with a good old hacksaw. Years of training in the gym for this very moment. Whew. All right, then we're gonna just file down some of these rough edges and burrs and everything off of here. All right, all filed down, now we're ready to cut some holes. Okay, next up we've got our drill press on, and I've got the 1 1/8 of an inch hole saw right here, hole bit. So I've got everything clamped down. It's really important that you clamp down metal because this can fly all over the place. Now we're cutting aluminum, so this bit is appropriate for aluminum and metal. But if you're cutting a metal piece, if you prefer to use metal than aluminum, you need to make sure that you have a lubricating oil. So as the bit gets in there and it starts digging down and it starts warming up, you need to cool it off with the oil, okay? So in this case, we're aluminum, we don't need to. So let's go ahead and cut our hole. There we go. So we're just gonna let this cool off and then we'll be able to mark our small drill holes and we're gonna drill the pilot holes. Okay, so we've got our piece here and I kind of cheated and used cold water. cool it off. Fits perfect. You can see that looks great. So we're gonna make sure that we obviously use the same direction of the holes that are here. So we've got our single over here and the double back here. So we're gonna do the exact same thing, single up front, double here. So I'm gonna mark this with the marker, and then we're gonna get back on the drill press, and I'm gonna go ahead and put in these holes. Now, it's very important when you drill these pilot holes that you use the correct size drill bit, because if you go too big and your screws just go clean through, well, you're screwed. So I'm going to be using number 10 1-inch stainless steel screws. Super important to use stainless steel. Marine applications got to be stainless steel, not like a zinc alloy screw. Okay, so use the stainless steel, and usually on the side of these it'll tell you exactly what size you need. So on here, the number 10 screws need a 9/64 inch drill bit. So that's what we're going to use. I'm going to create my holes, and we're good to go. We're going to mark them right in the center of the holes. So I'm going to go back to the drill press, and I'm going to go ahead and very carefully take my time, clamp this down in each position, and I'm going to go ahead and drill my 3 holes exactly where those marks are, because they do need to line up exactly with the holes that are here. All right, there you go, guys. We got our pilot holes ready to go. Okay, guys, moment of truth. We're going to try and get this in here. I'm going to try and support it from underneath and get the screws from the top. This is the tough part. Yeah, ideally, you want a partner to do this, but I'm by myself, so we'll give it a shot. All right, screws are ready. So the first thing I need to do is feed the cable through here, well, underneath, through here, and out here. All right, so first things first, I've got the cable going through the hole in the plate. I'm gonna bring the plate over here, and I'm gonna feed power cable through the hole. It's so close. Come on now. Up through here you go, come on. That's it. Okay, everything down in here. Okay, wait, that's the wrong way. All right, let's see if we can get the plate sort of lined up first. Now I'm gonna take an Allen key, and I'm gonna try and get it inside. All right, we got one screw in. Now let's see if we can line it up and figure out what the other one. It's hard to line up the screws with the plate. I'll tell you what. Okay, so once I get the screws put in with the drill, I'm gonna just go ahead and hand tighten the rest. I don't wanna strip the aluminum by trying to screw these in too hard. I want them nice and tight, but I don't wanna go crazy with the hammer drill here, because I could just completely strip the aluminum and then I'm really screwed. So just hand tighten. That's good. There, that's beauty. All right, good. And let's go ahead and put in our light, just to test. Turn it on, and voila, we have fire. Now, in order to see if this actually worked, we gotta do the big test. We gotta put the power stick on and see how stable it is now, or does the whole thing still shake like crazy? So let's check it out. Now, actually, what's cool about the power stick, the Yolotek PowerStick, is that it comes with all the different kinds of couplers that you need. So it has the pressure fit, and it also has the threaded. So I'm just gonna pop out the little screw that's here, right there, and I'm gonna put on the threaded one. And the actual Attwood light port comes with a threaded coupler as well, so I can change my other lights. There we go. Voila. And now this threads on. Oh my God, what a difference, guys. It still has some movement, but way less than before. Wow, that's amazing. Huge difference. Check out the difference in how much this flexes. So here's before, and here's now. You can see there's just way less flex to it. Before, this whole thing was like sinking. Now I'm actually moving the whole boat's shaking around. Way better. Super happy with that. So there you go, guys. We were able to change out the port to a threaded type port instead of this pressure fitted one that's garbage now. And we've managed to reinforce the whole aluminum section so that it no longer flexes anywhere near as much as it used to. So now I can comfortably ride. I don't have to worry about anything breaking and bending and all that good stuff. And it actually used to wave around a lot when I would drive. So when I was trailering the boat, now I feel comfortable. I can leave it on the trailer and it's good to go. So that's it, guys. That's all there is to it, to installing one of these Attwood light ports. As you can see, it's a very simple installation, super easy to do, super easy to change out. So if you want to add lights to your boat, go with one of these. I'll have a link in the description below to everything we use today, including the light and that PowerStick, which is awesome. It's what I use to record while I'm on the water all day. So guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you like this how-to, and don't forget, as always, please hit the like button if you found this useful, handy, enjoyed it, found it soothing, whatever. And of course, make sure that you're subscribed, and don't forget to smash the bell. And guys, I will see you on the next video, all right? Thanks so much. And again, thank you for all of your support. We're actually hitting 4,000, by the time you're watching this, we'll be over 4,000 subs. Crazy stuff, guys. So thank you so much again, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace. Hey, you still here? You still following along? Well, check this out. You get a little sneak peek, okay? Check this out. See this side of the motor? See, we got some kind of old decals that are peeling off. And then over here, I'm trying not to kill myself in my garage full of junk. Uh-oh, look how shiny it is over here. Hey, what's up, guys? But no decals. What could I be up to over here? Stay tuned and you'll find out.